Hi, this is Bob Ehlers of HauteSpot Networks. And in this presentation, we're going to go through our complete solution set, talking about our ecosystem for metropolitan and campus security and communications. So in a nutshell, HauteSpot Networks is delivering solutions for capturing video at the edge. That can be in cameras that are mounted on poles, mounted in cars, or worn on police officers. Process the video at the edge, monitor the video at the edge using events and triggers, transfer the video from that edge device, whether it's a camera or pole or a vehicle, back to a land-based system, store the video, route the video to proper long-term storage, provide methods for searching the video, and doing that all in a highly secure and well-managed environment. And the main idea of what we're trying to do is deliver a comprehensive communications and video capture and management system that complies with chain of custody rules, so we don't tamper with the evidence. Everything can be moved and presented in court without any question. And we move video from being a unconnected forensic tool to being live streaming data, which is going to help improve officer effectiveness and safety. Our range of products include wireless devices, cameras, network routers, emergency first responder mesh kits, body-worn cameras, and pole-mounted cameras. Our complete solution basically starts with putting a wireless communication infrastructure in place. Through putting our hot wrap wireless routers, our hot mesh wireless routers, our hot mobile digital InCar video system routers, and our Hive camera combination camera routers throughout a city, we provide a network, a mesh network, which is highly redundant, to be able to provide communications whether the cellular providers or other carriers are available, and backhaul that video and data to your central office, and in this case, a police station or a fire station or an emergency operations center, and allow supervisors, watch commanders, dispatchers, real-time access to what's happening out in the field. At the same time, we're recording all that video at the edge in high resolution, full frame rate, full frame rate and full resolution, and we're writing it to local storage, and we're hashing CRC, cyclical redundancy check numbers. A CRC is a piece of data that can be used to see the authentication or the authenticity of a specific file. So when that file gets transferred, somebody can look at it and say, is this the same exact file that was created by the camera when it was recorded and has not been tampered with? Once we get all the video and data back to your headquarters, then we have tools like our evidence case manager, which allows you to route that video and data to storage, both for real-time online storage, which may be spinning disks, or you can route it off to long-term storage, which can be in the cloud and can be in tape. Our systems are all open source, open standard, so that you're able to actually go in with third-party tools and run analytics and export the video as is. You don't need any conversion or transformations like some of our competitors require. So again, we can take the video from the camera all the way to the cloud and back. And we do that with a communications infrastructure that was purpose-built for this particular application. A client computer workstation can use our evidence case manager to search the network regardless of where the video is stored and retrieve it instantaneously. And so you can basically look at where the cameras are on the officers, where they're in the vehicles, where they're on the poles, where they've moved back to the station or they've been offloaded to tape. A single client will search across all of those locations, find the video that you want, and pull it in for display. You can also use the same kind of client to talk to the cloud. So if you've pushed your video up to Amazon AWS or Microsoft Azure, we have a method for allowing you to search those tools as well. HauteSpot Networks sells only to system integrators, and our system integrators are our channel for supplying services, technical support, installation, warranty, maintenance, and frontline support to our end users, being the police, fire, transit districts, and emergency first responders. We work with the top tier system integrators like G4S, SDI Solutions, Johnson Controls, Tyco, as well as service providers like Allied Barton and Prosegur and Securitas to deliver a turnkey solution to cities. And our integrators will do the installation. They're the people that you call when you need frontline support. And we can also work with smaller local integrators if that's the direction that you want to go. Our role in this is to help our integrators and the end users figure out what their infrastructure needs to look like and design a system that's going to be best in class and meet all of the customers' needs. And we don't necessarily do the service delivery, but we're there as an escalation path for our integrators to get the job done. HauteSpot Networks was founded in 2005. We've sold thousands of wireless routers around the world to public safety, military, law enforcement, commercial, schools, you name it. We've got customers that are using our products. We have focused on low latency, real-time wireless video delivery for high reliability applications. We sell only, again, through integrators and distributors. Our customer base spans the world. We've got select partners that we work with, and we're a minority and women-owned small business. So let's talk for a minute about wearable solutions. How is our current product offering, the HotView 100, different from our competition? Well, quite frankly, we believe we have the best camera on the market. We are offering a complete ecosystem. And that means that we're not just selling you a camera, we're selling a complete solution, which includes the intelligent pole cameras, digital in-car systems, wireless routers, storage, software for searching, etc. So we're not just selling you a camera, we're selling you a complete solution. Freedom of choice. All of our products are standards-based, so you can immediately use them with other third-party products. There's no conversions. We give you the choice of whether you want to store things locally or in the cloud. We don't force you into long-term contracts, and we don't force you to a specific service agreement that puts you at risk and costs you a lot of money in outlying years. And we work specifically with integration partners that are purposely chosen for their skills in this area. We've sized our products to fit all different agencies. So whether you've got one or two officers and you can't afford a large infrastructure, or you have thousands of officers with hundreds of different locations and thousands of vehicles, we have solutions that can meet your needs. We can go from a single standalone system to transfers that happen between the body-worn cameras and in-car systems, and let the in-car wireless backhaul the video. We can support small docks for 5 to 10 cameras, larger docks for 11 to 40 cameras. We can put storage in them, and that storage can be spinning discs or tape. We can work with our partners to deliver large tape arrays and storage farms. And we also work with partners to be able to push video up to the cloud and can scale infinitely in that case. So we said the HotView 100 is what we think the best camera feature for feature in the market. It's a 3 megapixel video camera. It can take 21 megapixel still photos. It can take still photos while it's taking video. It can record audio, so you can use it for interviews and for covert surveillance. It has an external camera that allows you to put the body of the camera somewhere else in a pocket or behind a jacket or something like that, and use a buttonhole camera as a recorder. It has infrared night vision with very good illuminators that give you a range of about 30 feet in complete darkness. It has a lot of storage in it. It's easy to use. It has GPS tracking in it, so you can see the exact location, where the officers are, where they were facing, how fast they were traveling, etc. And it creates event type tagging. So when you push a button, you can say this is an important event. It'll mark that video, and that can say this is the difference between evidence and just routine video that might be recorded for no particular purpose. It's a small camera. It's easily worn on the vest. It can be worn on an epaulette hanger. It can be worn down on the belt. You can have the extension camera, the small sensor routed up to your collar, up to glasses. It can be on your helmet. The camera can basically go anywhere. It runs continuous recording at standard VGA resolution for 8 hours without a charge. It can be in standby mode for 72 hours. The camera has on the bottom of it a touchpad for power and for data transfer. So it immediately just plugs into our docking systems. Very easy. There's no external cables or anything to trip you up. It has side connectors for audio and video headsets. It can output to a television display or a monitor using HDMI, and it can transfer using standard USB cable, so you can plug it into any computer. The HotView is a rugged device. We've taken it out to the gun range, tested it with close proximity to a number of small arms, 40 caliber handguns, 870 12 gauge shotguns, and AR-15, in order to see if it gets deafened by noise concussions from the report of a small arm fire. And it doesn't. It keeps on working. It works reliably, and you can actually talk right through a small arms fire, and it will record all of that sound without any problem. The camera's also been drop tested from 6 feet onto a concrete floor. It doesn't have any problems with that. It's waterproof as long as the ports are closed and sealed up. It's waterproof down to 2 atmospheres, which is about 2 feet underwater. It has an integrated screen on the back for viewing, so that the officers can see that they've recorded something. They can play back immediately. If you look at competitively against Taser, ViView, Wolfcom, our camera has superior features in almost every category, and our price point is very, very competitive. What's more important, we have a roadmap to make this a completely wireless device. The current HotView 100 is not wireless. It is a docking USB camera, but very shortly we'll be releasing the HotView 200 and the HotView 300, which will add cellular and Wi-Fi wireless connectivity so that it can be tethered wirelessly to a vehicle. It can use our HiveCam infrastructure and our wireless routers for video transmission, and it can use cellular for transmission. If you look at our business model, we're a little different than our competition in a few different ways. Our cameras, again, are not just cameras, they're actually body-worn network systems, and they're recording sensor device. We have a complete ecosystem for backhauling and connecting these devices out in the field. Our sales, we're not doing direct sales. You have choice. You can go through large system integrators, small regional integrators, but we do require an integrator to take frontline support for all of our customers. We're an IT company. We're not a stun weapon manufacturer. We are not a leather belt manufacturer. We don't make bulletproof vests. We make communications and IT equipment. So we know IT. We know how to make IT work. We have years of experience in this space, and that's what our business is. Our storage, we can again go to cloud. We can go local. We can go to tape. We can go to disk. The storage can be built into our kiosk and stored right there at the docking station, or it can be in the back room and plug right into your existing IT infrastructure. We have a range of different dock options, and we've partnered with a lot of storage partners and service delivery partners to add technology around our cameras and our devices. Again, we have a lot of features that our competition doesn't. We have infrared, which nobody else has. We have an integrated screen on the back, which only a couple of our competitors have. We have integrated GPS, which none of our competitors have. We're going to have wireless mesh shortly. We're going to have integration to sensors on the belt. We're going to be having Bluetooth connectivity to body-worn devices like Fitbits and Google Gear and the Apple Watch. And we're going to have integration with Hiveminder and our router integration. So our cameras will be able to backhaul from anywhere over your private network. For the same reasons that you use LMR and you operate your own public safety radio network, we are going to help you integrate and deliver a public safety video and data network. And that's what HauteSpot is about. One interesting thing when you consider this is the total cost of ownership. And there's a lot of different ways that products are being marketed today. And one interesting one is Taser. Taser sells a product they refer to as evidence.com. It's a cloud-based service. They have a very attractive first-year pricing model where they say it's unlimited storage, $99 a month per camera, and that also includes warranty on the camera. There was a couple of RFPs that came out. We looked at one for San Diego Police Department. They bought 600 cameras. They were assuming that they were going to record 4 hours a day of events on the camera. They were recording at 1 megapixel. Actually, Taser records at 640 by 480, which is not 1 megapixel. It's quite a bit lower than that. But we used 1 megapixel for comparison. They're recording at 30 frames per second, and they're going to retain all of the video for 365 days from all of their cameras. So we calculated that out. It ended up being about 2.4 gigabytes of video per day per camera. And so there's quite a bit of storage that's required per hour, about 10 gigabytes per day per camera. When you have to store that much video for 5 years, and you look at what happens in the second year, when you no longer are getting the benefit of unlimited all-you-can-eat video or storage, and they start charging you for the storage of everything that you retained over the past year, and then you cost average that out for the next 5 years, it's about 5 times more expensive to go with Taser than to go with a HauteSpot solution. So as we said, we have designed our systems for a range of different sizes and scale. Our smallest scale is basically to buy the camera. With the camera, individual camera, the $499 list price, you'll get a piece of software we call Cam Manager. Cam Manager lets you transfer and log into the camera and transfer the video off of the camera from its secure file system onto a PC or dock and put it into your own IT infrastructure. Once you've transferred the video, we give you a simple viewer application we call HotView Viewer, and it lets you look at the video. It lets you see the GPS data. You can look at routes. You can play it back. You can cut it and edit it. You can see the direction of travel. We give you a little compass and the accelerometer, speedometer. You can walk through it at 416 or 64x speed, or you can walk through at half or quarter speed. You can take snapshots of the video out. You can save the video. You can mark it. You can append it. You can look at it in Google Earth and Bing Maps or any other kind of mapping software, and we have integration directly to those software built into the application. But it's all very simple and straightforward for a single user with a single dock that's included with the camera to download and look at their video. For medium-sized systems, we offer a couple of different docking solutions. We have what we call our mini dock. This supports 8 cameras. The user can provide their own PC. We provide the software. The PC acts as the dock controller, and you can daisy chain up to 3 of these docks per PC, so that's 24 cameras. They can be simultaneously downloaded. Any 20 of the 24 can be downloaded at a single time from these docks. And you can see they come with a handle, so they can be portable. They can be brought out on scene. You can mount them on a desk. You can put them on a wall. They're very rugged, and they're not unlike the types of charging stations that you see for your walkie-talkies. We have a step up, our kiosk system. This is an all-in-one system. It has a integrated display, so you don't have to buy your own computer. It has integrated storage, 4 terabytes of storage is standard. We can put in up to 16 terabytes of storage into the kiosk, so it all is in this one unit. You bolt it to the floor. There's a touch screen display. The officers come up. They indicate which camera they are connecting. And so they open the little door down below. There's a cubby. They put the camera into the cubby, and they start transfer. And overnight, all the cameras get charged. They all get transferred, and everything happens in this simple standalone device. So if you're a mid-size police department with 20 officers, this would fit the bill just fine. And you can have the RDX storage, which allows you to put tape and or disk storage directly into this device. This is a simple user interface. As soon as I put a camera in a cubby, I get a little screen that tells me the status of the transfer, how long it's going to take for the transfer of all the files to occur, the officer ID, the camera ID, and then once the unit is fully transferred, the screen will go from blue to green, indicating that the camera can be removed because all of the files have been transferred. You can also view the video right there at the kiosk with an integrated viewer. It's not as powerful as the HotView Viewer, but it's simple because it's right there at the kiosk. Put these in your report writing rooms. Officers can download all of their files, check them to see that they were uploaded properly. They can mark them, and they can export them if they need to pull the video out. But again, once the video is recorded, it can be never touched. The original files can never be touched. For larger systems, we basically allow you to integrate those docking stations together. And we created a system we call HauteSpot Evidence Case Manager. What Evidence Case Manager does is it moves video from mobile data terminals, from computers, from our Hive cameras, from docking stations onto larger storage media. And that larger storage media can be a disk array, it can be a tape library, it can be cloud. And once the files are uploaded, they're very easy to search and walk through. The officers simply type in a field name. They type in the description of the field name. We can lock these to be fixed fields, and they type in the text, whatever it is. It might be a case number, might be some type of report information, and that can all be appended onto the video. They save it, and that metadata now becomes searchable and becomes part of the evidence file. I can also import other documents like PDFs, photographs, scanned images, Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, or whatever other information I want, and that can all be made part of the evidence file as well. So that's HauteSpot Evidence Case Manager. And the way that it works is, you can pull the video off of a dock. It will transfer the video automatically, and that can be based on events. You can prioritize how it moves. I can take high priority items first and move down the list, and the lower priority items, move them to temporary disk storage, and then from there I can move them up to the cloud or onto long-term tape. So it's basically kind of a time-based workflow. I'd keep the video in the kiosk for maybe 1 day or 2 days. I'd transfer it to the spinning disk for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And then after 2 or 3 weeks, I can move it up to the cloud or off to long-term tape because it's not going to be accessed as frequently. There's a comprehensive management architecture behind this. It's very, very flexible and can be written to support all sorts of different scenarios of workflow. It's all agent-based, and an agent is basically a small program that's constantly looking at all of your files, all of your video, and making decisions about where it should go and how it should be handled. One of the things that we do that's very unique is we make a small proxy file of all of the video. And a proxy file is, instead of having a megapixel image, we'll shrink it down to maybe a quarter of a VGA image, and we'll slow the frame rate down to maybe 2 or 3 frames per second. And that reduces the video size by 10x. And so we can keep that video and the proxy file online and accessible all the time. It never moves off to tape. So users can go through and they can use our search tool to find the video that they want. And then once they find that video, they say export, and it will go back to the original source that may be on tape, recall that file, create the export file from the original source, and it does that very, very quickly without wasting the user's time retrieving very, very large files and moving them over the network. It's just leaving everything as a small working file, sort of like a 10,000-foot view of your data. We can also transfer from digital in-car video systems. And in this case, I have a dock in a car, and it's connected to one of our micro NVRs in the vehicle. I can transfer the video from the dock, from my body-worn camera when I get back in the car and I'm driving around. I can even use my body-worn camera as a dash camera, and I can have it forward-facing on my dash. So while it's recording, it's out on the road, I can have it charging and acting as a drive camera, and then I can force it into transfer mode, and it'll start transferring all of its video down to the digital in-car video system, which can then transfer it over a wireless network back to the police headquarters, back to the station house, and it can become part of your whole workflow that way. I can also transfer video from cameras that are already fixed in the cars the same way. So I can combine the body-worn video with the digital in-car video system. So where are we going? As we said, we've got an aggressive roadmap for product development. We've got the HotView 100 with our docking stations today. We're going to be introducing the HotView 200, which will be a Wi-Fi and cellular-enabled phone or camera. It'll have all the same features of the current device, but it will also be able to do live streaming and wireless docking. So there will be no requirement for somebody to put the camera back into a dock other than to charge it for power. Then our HotView 300, which is probably going to be out in the first quarter of 2016, will add full sensor capability. So in this case, we're going to have accelerometer and proximity sensors. We're going to have sensors that are going to be built into the utility belt, and we'll be able to determine if somebody's drawn their weapon, if somebody's removed their handcuffs, if their nightstick is out, if their stun weapon is out, and we'll be able to talk to body-worn devices like Fitbits and Google Gear. And that's it on our body-worn and digital in-car video systems. We have a lot more information on our website, and we have a lot more information about our products and our customers. We'd be happy to share them with you. Here's just a spattering of the wireless customers and the deployments that we have. We did the Baltimore Grand Prix for a couple of years. These are mesh networks that are put out for FEMA. We've done the presidential inauguration. This was for the Army. And again, mesh network, highly reliable, talking to wireless handheld computers. We've done digital in-car video systems. This is the city of Gaithersburg, Maryland. And we augmented the arbitrator system that they had, which did not have a satisfactory wireless connection. We put those into the police vehicles, extended the range and increased the speed, reduced the transfer time, and added a whole bunch of extensibility for mesh networking, etc. We have a long list of other customers in gas, in oil, in ports. We've done the Army, we've done prisons, we've done just about anything that you could imagine in the public sector. We have customers that have done them, housing authorities, etc. So again, we're well versed in doing wireless. We have a lot of partners that we work with, and all of these customers are all referenceable and will say good things about what we've done. Again, that's all the time we have today. But thank you for your attention, and you can reach us at www.hotspot.net, or you can call us at 805-541-9477, or send us an email at sales@hotspot, HAUTESPOT.net. Thank you.